Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Recently I was at an event for demonstrators, and we were given these little cards, make something that means something. And one of the things that we talked about during the event is how that crafters tend to make things for other people. So we will make cards to send to our loved ones or to give to our loved ones, and we will make lovely little packages and we will gift them to people and make them smile. And often we don't actually make something for ourselves. Scrapbooking is one of the ways that we can do that, and that's what we did in the event. But home decor is another way. So this is going to be a bit of a strange video. It'll be in parts, because it'll be a longer process than I would normally want to film. But I came across this wire wreath. Now this is an 8-inch wide wire wreath. It is just nice and flat, and I thought, I'm going to make myself something. I am going to make myself a lovely gingerbread girl Christmas wreath. So I will be using the Gingerbread Man bundle, but we're going very girly with it. And because we're going girly, I'm using this petal pink braided trim to wind around. Now it will get a bit twisted, that's okay. So to start it, I just held it tight and then I tucked the original end under once it was tight. I need to go all the way around this, basically just overlapping a little bit at the bottom. And the good thing with this is that you can kind of still adjust it like so. So if you don't get it quite right, you can still play about with it afterwards. I've made wreaths in the past with Designer Series paper, but obviously once you've glued that, you've glued it, it's done. This is a little bit more forgiving, so I will continue to do this, probably off camera because it's not the most entertaining viewing. I totally get that, and I'm very much aware that I will be using up rather a lot of this gorgeous trim, but you get, well, how much you get approximately 10 yards or 9.1 meters on this, so that'll be more than ample, and I've already used some on some projects. So yeah, I will continue with this and we can come back and see how much of that I have left. As I said, I'm going to be using the Gingerbread Man set, so stamp set and the dies. Now I've got some of the dies already set out, so I'm going to show you the dies I am using for decorations. So I will be creating a little gingerbread girl, but I want some other decorations to go with that as well. So my colour theme is petal pink, based on the trim that I'm using, and also strawberry slush. I just think that's a nice cute combination. And what you'll see is I've die cut it once from each colour. Oh, I have a little fly flying about there. Once from, oh, go away. Once from each colour, and then mixed and matched. So that one will go on top to create one like that. This one will go on top to create another one like that. And then with the sweeties, again, I've cut it in 2 colours, the background and also the swirl. So that one will glue on there like that, and this one will glue on there like that. So I like to have the wrapper of the sweetie that has the swirl sort of right there, if you know what I mean. So I'll have another 2 of those. There's a tiny little cup. I'm making mine into hot chocolate with, or whatever, with marshmallows on it. So these little dies here, you get 2 of them in the set, and I've cut lots of them from white, petal pink and strawberry slush. On the petal pink ones, I've added just a little bit of ink blending on there as well. So all I did with those was simply put a line of glue on there and then add 1 and 2 marshmallows behind it, like so. Then you've got these lollipops. So it's 1 die that cuts out like so. Let me take your pick. I'll just release that from the die. So that is the background of your lollipop. Then this bit cuts in 2 pieces. So you have the swirl and you have the outer. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that is, and I'll just do one, I'm going to put glue all over the base of the lollipop, just nice and thinly. Then I'm going to pop that bit on, line that up at the edges, and pop that bit in. So again, just mix and match. And I did have them before where it was just the indent and I didn't use this swirly bit, but actually I think it looks better when it's completely flat like that. So those are the decorations. I may not have enough, I might have too many, I don't know, because I have no idea what I'm actually doing with this. I've got myself a colour palette, I've got myself an idea, and I'm just going to run with it. So I am making something that means something to me. I've never had a girly Christmas decoration in my craft room, but this year I'm going to. So let me continue with wrapping this ring with this braided trim. That is 100% jute, and I just think it's nice texture. So I will continue with that, and then we'll come back and we can think about doing some more decoration. Well, that was a close run thing. There was a point where I was about 2/3 of the way round and thought, I'm not going to have enough. But I did, with not much to spare. So I'm just going to chop that there. And then I can tuck that, hopefully, under there. Let me just use my scissors to encourage that under there. No glue required. It's cute, isn't it? So I have also finished gluing up these pieces, but some of them I do want to add a little bit of ink blending to as well. So I've already done my little hot cocoa cups, and I'm going to do just the outside of these, just to add a little bit extra to them, and top of that one. Let's put a little bit on the ends of these. Okay. Right, now I have also stamped the gingerbread with this cute little smiley face. With, I think that looks a little bit more girly. I used Versamark ink on that and white embossing powder on that, and heat set that. So I need to die cut that, and I'm going to die cut it once, like that. I'll just get some washi tape and hold that in place. And that straight line there will not die cut, so that I can run it through a second time, and I'll show you that. I have shown it on another video already. So I'm just going to run that through just now, and then I'll come back and show you the second pass. So this is what we've got so far. I'm just going to gently peel that washi tape back. I don't want to, oh, I've done it. I've done it. I was going to say I don't want to remove any of the card, but I have. And as you can see there, I have a tiny bit of card on my washi tape. I may need to do this again. I may not, because she is going to get a hat. Yep, her hat's going to cover it. Phew! Right, so second pass. I did that side. Now I need to do this side. And I'm just going to move that till it falls into where it's already cut. And I will use washi tape just on the outside. It's well used washi tape as well. So I'm going to run that back through. So I just ran it through my machine until it got to about that point, just in case I hadn't got things totally lined up. So, as I say, she has her little hat here. Now, I have already put a little bit of ink blending on that, but I think it needs a little bit more. And I've got a little bit of ink blending on parts of her scarf as well. Like so. Okay, and I've also put a tiny little bit of Winkle Stella on the bobble for her hat, so it gives it a slightly different colour as well. It's so close. I'm going to move that back away. That's better. Awesome. Right, I'm just going to add some glue on here and pop that on there where I want it. And I can add glue on her little scarf. And there she goes. And we've got a little bit of, need to give it a little bit of a press because embossing is rather shiny, so it doesn't want to glue quite so easily. Okay, so that's my join. So I'm going to cover my join with my little girly here, and then simply arrange all my sweeties in my little cocoa cups around the outside. There. I think I might have too many. We might layer them up. And pink. Put that there, that there. Quickly do that. Then I've got room for that there. Move that around. Do whatever you want. You can have them overhanging. You can have a little extra sweeties around. Fill in gaps. Lollipop again. Another little sweetie. Now I need another little cup. I've only got... I've got too many. I didn't think I'd have too many. Okay, so I will play around with this. They will be added with hot glue. Again, gluing onto that with wet glue possibly will work, but I would prefer to make sure that they're going to stick around forever with some hot glue. I think that might be where I end up, but I will probably move things around as I start gluing. So I will come back once I have finalised this with hot glue, and then we can do a little hanger for it as well. So back soon. And sometime later we now have all of those die cuts added to my wreath, and I did use my hot glue gun. I rearranged some of them, so I decided I would actually have a pattern going round. So I've got lollipop, candy cane, mug, sweetie, lollipop, candy cane, mug, sweetie, and around again. And then I've just put some extra little sweeties in there too. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is lots of shimmer on there because I have used the fabulous Wink Stella just to add on top of some of these elements on there. Just that little bit of sparkle makes a little bit of difference on there. Now, I have also stamped from the Gingerbread Man bundle Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice, and my original thought was to put it over here, but I think I might actually want it on there because that's what little girls are made of, sugar and spice and everything nice. So I will put that on, but I need to add a little loop to this. So again, I'm going to go hot glue gun and decide what I want my top to be. So it's going to be here. So I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue along there and put that there and that there, like so, and try and not burn my fingers. And then belt and braces, I'm going to put a little strap over it just because this is the absolute last of that ribbon, the braided trim that I have left. So I might as well use it to just add that over it there as well. And then you get all these spider's webs of hot glue that I will take off at some point. But I'll leave that a little while to make sure that that is absolutely solid before I try and hang it up. And this is just sort of not even the end of September, so you know, let's not be a bit too hasty to hang it up. So I have decided I'm going to go put that there like that. Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice. And as I say, all I need to do is to tidy up those little strings of hot glue and wait a little bit closer to Christmas to hang this up. I think I definitely have made something that means something to me. This is my very own Christmas decoration that will be adorning my craft room as soon as I deem it's allowed. Probably I will wait until December. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I know this is a different video because I've only just shown you snippets of the process, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway and got some inspiration. Different ways to use this Gingerbread Man stamps and the dies, and I cut that one with one of the Stylish Shapes dies, so this big one here fits that sugar and spice and everything nice, very nicely. If you have enjoyed this, like the idea, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love for you to leave me a message, leave a comment. I love to read them and try my very best to reply to them all. And if you're new to my channel, please click on that subscribe button, click the bell, get notification the next time I upload a video. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.